Hello and welcome to Newsview for October 15th, 2009. First, I'm going to introduce a new part of the show tonight called What's Your Opinion? The way this will work is I give my email address, newsview@email.com, and you send me the opinion of the topic for today's show. The topic is, how do you feel about Rush Limbaugh and the NFL controversy? That's it. Now, I want your opinion on this, and maybe I will read your email on the show. In other news, Decatur station WAND. Now, we all know, probably locally by now, that WAND is the only station that has a live Doppler radar for weather in the area. Now, the other stations, well, all the stations say that their weather is better than the other stations for the most part. And that's been pretty standard now for a while. It didn't used to happen so much here, but since WAND got their Doppler radar, they have gone out of their way to advertise it, even though most of their viewers seem to be in Decatur. Now, I watch WAND when there's bad weather, but Jeopardy, if you watch Jeopardy during bad weather, you're out of luck for Jeopardy. Now, I believe that the weather is more important than Jeopardy, but I do believe that WAND goes overboard in their graphics and calling the entire station Storm Center 17 now, including the news. That's just a little off. And in other news, in Champaign, Kewane, I believe it's pronounced, Kewane Carrington was shot and killed by a police officer in Champaign after refusing to get down on the ground. A lot has been said about this. I don't really want to get into an argument. I just want to report what happened. And what happened was what happened is what should have happened, really. That's my opinion. But I do wonder what goes into an investigation like that, because they say they're going to investigate and it could take some time. Now, I did pick up some things from the internet about this and on WDWS this morning on the radio. AM 1400. I'm not trying to advertise him, but that's just a source. Now, in other news, I did touch on the Rush Limbaugh controversy in the NFL, and I would like to know what you think. Here's what I think. I think that this story is an interesting one, and it really tells you a lot about what's going on in our country right now with lots of things. But I won't get into that now anyway. Urbana. The city of Urbana is excited, or some people are excited, about the new business coming into Urbana in downtown. Right now I'm in downtown Urbana as we tape this, and right across from here is Lincoln Square Village, formerly Lincoln Square Mall, one of the oldest malls in the country, I believe. And it's a nice place. It's quiet. A lot of people walk there still. But they have some new things. There's a little market in the square, and they have something called Market at the Square on the weekends, which is sort of a farmer's market. And you might have seen about that on this channel, on Channel 6 in Urbana. If you're watching this on Channel 6 in Urbana, that is, or Champaign, the local area. Excuse me. Back to the Carrington case. Well, no. If you want to comment about anything, of course, you can send that to newsview@email.com too. It's not limited, but the main question today is the Rush Limbaugh and the NFL. So if you have any ideas, news, or opinions, that's where you can send them. And I will be happy to maybe read some of them right here on this show. So if you want that, go ahead, write newsview@email.com. And in other news, it's sort of raining a little right now today as we record this. It's been raining now for a while, a few days, I think. And most people don't like it, but some people like to sleep more when it's raining. I know some people don't. And if you have anything about that, you can email that too. And I didn't cover this earlier, I should have, but WEIU News out of Charleston, Mattoon, Charleston, Illinois, won an Emmy for their newscast, something that will probably not happen for this show, but you never know. I don't think I'm eligible, I don't know. And if you have an email about that, send that to newsview@email.com. Now, in Champaign, we've had lots of road work on Curtis Road, I believe. Out there by the New Carl Clinic on Curtis Road, there's been lots of construction. They're making a brand new, wider road, and if you go down Mattis Avenue far south enough, you'll see it. The road's closed, and they tore up the old road, actually, and now they're putting in a brand new road. Should be much smoother. It's a concrete road, I think. It should work much better than what they had out there. But it's taking a while for them to construct completely. And if you have any comments about that, you can email that to newsview@email.com. And I'm going to be checking in to see if, like, maybe I can add breaks to this show, like UI7 News does, and put public service announcements in. I don't know if I can do that, but I will. I'll look into that. Okay. I've always wanted to do that. And there's more news. Um, in Urbana, they've been having a lot of oh, a lot of more traffic out by the new. There's a new Meyer, a new Christie clinic, and a new Carl clinic. It hasn't been a problem really. It's just different than it used to be out there. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah. So, in other news, or if you have other news, you can email it to newsview@email.com. And I'd just like to go into some of my opinions now. This is a different part of the show, where I give my opinions. Get ready. Here it comes. My opinions on the internet, like local. We have local websites. The TV stations all have their website. Um, Weatherman Doug Quick has his own website, which is quite impressive. And there's my websites. I don't know if you've seen those. I have a new one, and I will give you the address to it on the next show, I believe. And all I've got now is historical pictures taken from local TV, mostly off tape, some off the air directly. Doug Quick's website, dougquick.com, has similar, different pictures, of course, and lots of them. And I have on my old site, which is going to be taken down because Yahoo is shutting down GeoCities. Yeah, that's too bad. So if you look up Champaign Media, you should be able to find the Champaign Media Jumbo site, I believe it's called. And that's just some of my history of TV as I've seen it in this local area. Really, it's about analog TV for the most part, a little digital in there, but I wrote most of it before the digital transition of television. So, I mentioned earlier WA&D, and if you're a local, you probably know that in this market, WCIA started something called I don't know what they call it, but I'll call it the Weather W system. Now, WA&D, I wish would go back to that, and WILL. And I wish more stations would pick it up because it makes the most sense to me in a severe weather situation when you're flipping the dial of the TV or pushing the button of the remote control or whatever, however you deal with your TV set. I think it's a really good system, and if you're going to show weather, what better way than to put W up in the top corner? Now, I've noticed WEIU recently has moved their weather W to the top left corner, while most of them now have it in the top right. But actually, when WCAA started to put the W up, it was in the top left corner. So WEIU's decision to move their weather W I find interesting. And I forget why WCIA decided to move it into the other corner. That's just WICD, I believe, still uses a W, but they also do what WAD does now, some, which is put a little box up that lists what the weather alert is. But WICD and WICS, Channel 20 out of Springfield, both use a thing that names the county. Now, I prefer Weather W with a scroll, the original way of doing it, but that's me. What do you think? If you have any opinions on this, or you'd like to see your market adopt this system or a better one than you think they have now, you can email me at newsview@email.com. Now, if I had any emails, more emails that I've got already, then I would probably read one of them now. And if you'd like me to read yours, you can send it to newsview@email.com. Did I say it wrong last time? Not sure. Well, if you're still watching this, thank you. I would like to thank all the viewer comments I've had on YouTube. I'm on YouTube now, and I'd just like to thank all of my viewers on YouTube. Who probably won't see this part of the show for a while, if ever. I have to figure out how to get my entire show on YouTube. But we are on YouTube now. I am, with this show. And I hope you enjoy this show. I know some of you do. I know some of you don't. I know some of you think this is a pretty funny show. And some of you, in a good way and a bad way, others. And I'm just trying to make a decent news show with no frills here. Mostly local, but we do, if we get any more news, like national or international news even, since I'm on YouTube, I'll be looking for that too. So if you have any, you probably know the email just by now if you've watched the show. But I'll say it again, newsview@email.com. Thank you again for watching, and we're not done yet, folks. Just looked at the clock. Yeah, but about this, I think it's, here's my opinion. Warning, opinion coming. If a police officer, here's my advice. If a police officer tells you to get down on the ground, I think it's a good idea to get down on the ground then, and leave it at that. Because then hopefully nobody gets killed. And you shouldn't be afraid to report a burglary just because you think somebody might get killed. they shouldn't get. Oh boy. Um, I'm just saying, we still need to, because you never know. Anything could happen at any time. Like that video I saw on TV the other night where a deer ran it through a window of a restaurant and out the other end, I believe. That that just proves that anything can happen at any time. And anything could happen during this show. I mean, it's like live TV, but it isn't. There's no delay, I don't think, not much of one if there's any. And although it is being taped, I believe, there's anything could happen. Like this curtain here, this curtain could come down or something. I don't know. Well, if you see anything like that happen, just send it to newsview at email.com. Newsview, that's one word, uh, no spaces in newsview, at email.com. That's just how email addresses work. I could have chosen a different address, but I thought newsview at email.com would be good enough and easy enough to remember that that we'd go with that. So, is there any more news I could get out here? Well, I don't think so. Let me think of something. Now, did I ever mention the McDonald's robbery? Yeah, I think I did, like show 3, maybe, edition 3. Um, oh, here's one on Cunningham, the McDonald's on Cunningham here in Urbana, right close to here. Um, Somebody broke out their windows, I think. Yeah. I think I saw them boarded up, and I think they took out the playground. So that's okay. Yeah, McDonald's, Cunningham Avenue. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if they're open right now. They might be open. Um, if you know if they're open or not, you can email me at newsview@email.com. Now, we don't have much time left. I'd say we have about 4 minutes. So I will wrap it up and just say this. If you are watching TV in Champaign-Urbana, you might want to give me a reception report, meaning can you get WCCU TV or WRSP TV over the air in Champaign? Because I can't. Um, I can barely get WICD. I can get WA&D, both channels, WBUI, and their 2 channels. WILL doesn't usually come in, but I can get like 3 or 4 of their channels most of the time. And WCIA, WCFN comes in. But I did hear that they had InRead. I heard in Red that WCIA has been having problems, technical problems. difficulties with their HD, or I don't know, their digital thingy. So they've been having audio problems. If you know any more about that, you can send me email at newsview@email.com. So, if you're looking high and low and can't find the news, or if you just don't like the way the other guys do it, if you like the way I do it, great. Watch this news, and hopefully I'll be making more of these more frequently. And who knows, maybe I could even go to once a week. Well, I'll look into that too. Well, thank you again for watching Newsview. This has been Newsview. Um, yeah. Or I guess I should do this now. Um, I'm still learning the cough into your armpit, or your elbow pit. I mean, um, that's the way we do it now, I guess. Um, and I do wash my hands. And you should wash your hands too, probably, a lot. Because you don't want H1N1, I don't think. But if you have anything about H1N1 virus, to email me at newsview@email.com. Lots of people out there aren't trusting the vaccines, I know, but we'll see what happens with this. And I'll be looking to report more on this to you right here at Newsview. That's almost all the time we have, or I think maybe it is. Thank you, good night, good day, whatever time it is. Just have a good time, okay? Stay safe, and this has been Newsview. I said that earlier. You probably know that by now. Unless you're just tuning in and you're new to this. This is my 5th show. Wow, it's the 5th show. Only 5 editions so far. That's not bad. I wasn't sure I'd get this far so quickly, but here I am doing it. So right now, oh, and the ending music for the show tonight, I don't know yet. Um, it might be here as soon as I'm done talking. I don't know yet. And the beginning music, I don't know if that'll go at the beginning of this show yet or not. Email your opinion on that too at newsview@email.com. So we've covered a lot more today, I think, than I have in any other show of mine so far. So this is Newsview, and this has been Newsview, and I'm Michael Badger. Thank you, and goodbye for now.